Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here for another wild evening of racing action. It is the Montana iRacing League back in action here this evening for the season finale of their Dirt Pro Late Model Series. $25 up for grabs here for the winner of this evening's festivities. Each driver from each of the two races that we have here this evening will pick up $25, brought to you by hashtag Do It For Dale, coming in showing the love here in this one. Anonymous donator coming in with the $25 for each of our winners here this evening. As we'll get them ready to rock and roll, get ready to set them loose, and we'll get ready to crown a champion. Here this evening as practice coming to a close, these drivers gonna get ready to go to battle. They're gonna get ready to duke it out here for another evening of amazing racing action from Lanier National Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in and get ready. Hang on to your seats, get your popcorn, get your soda pops, get ready for a wild evening of racing action here, right from the drop of the first green all the way down to our final checkered flag on the day. Things are about to get wild. Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Let's get it. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're in for a treat, man. These pro late models, these guys always put on a absolutely amazing show when it comes to being out there on the racetrack in these late models. And these guys, man, they run these things so good, so smooth, so fast out there on the racetrack, and they put in such good work out there, you know, beating and banging and battling and just trying to work themselves around the racetrack. And I think we're in for another good treat here in this one as we'll get them ready to rock and roll here for heat race number one. As heat race number one starting to roll out onto the racetrack here, as starting on the pole, the one driver that's looking to try to pick up the championship is the PJ Popham iRacing Majula Speed Shop number 2 ride. That is PJ Popham. To his outside in the Tri-City Speed Machine, it's the 54 ride. That is Joseph Brooks. And down on the inside, a row number 2, it's the 185 of Zane Lanier. Into his outside in the 28 RT machine, that is Cody Blixt. Starting in position number 5 on the racetrack, the 43C machine, that is Casey Durand. Into his outside in the Rocket Chassis 85 ride, that is Patches Be Fast. 6 drivers getting ready to rock and roll here. Heat race number 1 getting ready to be set loose here from the beautiful Lanier National Speedway. Albert Anderson, Brian Wax, Kelly Blix, Casey Durand, all coming in showing the love here with the reactions. Let's get it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. Heat race number 1 is underway. PJ Popham quickly onto the loud pedal. The 2 ride out in front is the Majula Speed Shop. Pacer Signs and Designs ride leads the way, but here comes Joseph Brooks down to his inside. Brooks in the Tri-City Speed Machine taking a look down to the inside of the 2 ride. Is contact back there behind him. No caution flag, unfortunately. Heavy damage here for the 185 ride of Zane Lanier as he goes for a couple loop-de-loops and up into that outside fence. Heavy damage there for Zane Lanier. A tough break as we get this battle at the front of the field, trying to go door to door down into quarter number 3. Brooks looking to jump up to take this race lead away. Popham trying to use the outside lane as we get a new race leader here in heat race number 1. Joseph Brooks to the point here as he jumps up and makes the move around that 54 ride, or the 2 ride of PJ Popham. Casey Durand back there in position number 3 as Cody Blix working to his outside. The 28 RT machine looking for a good run here on the outside of that 43 ride of Durand as they battle door to door here for position number 2. Joseph Brooks out in front, gonna click off another lap. Halfway in, halfway to go here in this one as Brooks out in front. Popham there in tow, trying to hunt him back down. Is that Pacer Signs and Designs number 2 ride looking for some moves, looking for a way to get back to the bumper of that 54. But Brooks looking very strong. This battle brewing back here for that 3rd spot on the racetrack. Cody Blix up on the high side, Casey Durand down on the bottom side. They continue to battle here for that that third spot on the racetrack as well. Patches be fast back there in position number 5 in the heavily damaged 185 of Zane Lanier bringing up the rear of the field. As Joseph Brooks out in front, going to head across the line there with only 2 more laps left to go. So 2 more laps here for Joseph Brooks. Is Brooks nice and easy down through 3 and at a corner number 4. This time by the start finish line, he's going to see the white flag fly here on heat race number 1. Starting to open up a bit of a lead here, almost 1 second between himself and the 2 rider PJ Popham as Joseph Brooks down through 3 and out of 4. He's going to see that checkered flag fly, and Joseph Brooks is going to pick up heat race win number 1 on the evening. PJ Popham, Casey Durand, Cody Blix, Patches Be Fast, and Zane Lanier rounding out our field there in heat race number 1. Wow! That's what we're talking about right there. That's the racing action we want to see here all evening long. Wowzers, that was a good show there in heat race number 1. My boy Brian Wax coming in, showing the love, says, we're back, Aaron Woods. We're back, baby. Yes, sir. Carol Brooks coming in with the big love as well. Carol coming in not only with the heart reaction on the broadcast, but the 200-star dono coming in, setting it off. I appreciate you, Carol, coming in, setting it off here with the big love, the big donation, and coming in with all the generosity. I appreciate you, my girl, coming in with the 200 stars. Says, go, Joseph. Woohoo, Joseph. What a run right there. Carol says, wow, awesome, caught the beginning in time. Yes, Carol, you got in here right at the perfect time there. That is for certain. As heat race number 2 about to get underway. Starting on the pole, the 307, that is Merlin Sorensen to his outside in the Dirty South Speed Shop. Cocky Floyd Consulting, number 5H, that is Chris Hill. Starting in position number 3 in the race, EPI.com is the Elite Performance Industries machine of Jeremy Sorensen into his outside. In the West Side Signs and Designs 57, that is Maurice Meyer. The 50B of Caden back there in position number 5 in the Auto Works Repair and More BBI. Number 86 ride of Patrick Lanier bringing up the rear of the field as we are quickly back to green flag racing. Not a good start there for the 5H ride of Chris Hill. He's going to quickly slide back a few spots, and he is struggling in that 5H ride as the 86 of Patrick Lanier trying to work underneath of him here, trying to find something down low on that 5H ride as Merlin Sorensen going to jump up and lead the first lap here of heat race number 2. Jeremy Sorensen there in second. Maurice Meyer trying to roll that outside lane here. He saw some of those drivers were finding some good speed, some good runs up here on the outside lane, looking like we may get a couple different good racing lines out here for this feature event, which will make things very, very exciting here. It'll be nice to see some side-by-side action, a couple lanes of racing out here for our feature event as this track taking good shape here this evening with these pro late models. As Merlin Sorensen out in front, hugging the inside lane, keeping the 307 just pointed in the right direction, not trying to do too much, not trying to do anything fancy, just hitting his marks, just continuing to roll that inside lane to perfection. Jeremy Sorensen there in second with Maurice Meyer back in position number 3. Chris Hill trying to hold on here to position number 4 as Patrick Lanier has been able to find a way back around that 5H ride as unfortunately for Chris Hill, just not the start he was hoping for. Lost a few spots there on that opening lap and just unfortunately just logjammed that outside lane, but luckily enough, everyone is able to keep it pointed in the right direction. Unfortunately for the 86 ride, starting back in the 6th position, he really felt the heat in that moment and had to get onto the binders and had to avoid a few drivers. Unfortunately, with a 50B ride, Caden back continuing to slide backwards here, but looking good out there on the racetrack is back at the back of the field is out in front. Merlin Sorensen starting to stretch out his lead lap by lap by lap. The 307 ride starting to get his advantage now to closer to 0.6 of a second as a slide jump there into the 57 ride. Maurice Meyer says, you know what, I'm done waiting around. I'm going to try to figure something out here to get around this 29 ride. He wants to try to work himself up to the front of the field as he's going to have a couple more opportunities as the white flag has been displayed. So Merlin Sorensen down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Nice and easy out of corner number 4. Merlin Sorensen's going to pick up heat race win number 2. Jeremy Sorensen, Maurice Meyer, Chris Hill, Patrick Lanier, and Caden back bringing up the rear of the field there in heat race number 2. Some more great racing action there in that second heat races. We'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Heat race number 3. Gonna roll out onto the racetrack. Yo, Billy! Billy coming in, showing the love. How are you, Billy? Billy Tabor coming in, showing the love. How are you, Billy? Billy Tabor coming in, smashing the like on the stream. Luke Zampage coming in with that share as well. Carol Brooks with that heart reaction. Everyone coming in, showing the love. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that heart reaction, hit that share, hit that follow, hit that subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as we will get these drivers stacked up, racked up, and ready to go. Green flag racing here in heat race number 3. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be fun. We're in for another good treat, another good race right here in this one. As Vernon Hill, the JR1 Motorsports 5.6 Graphics Victory Fuel number 1H, is going to start in that pole position. To his outside in the 33Z, that is Luke Zampage, and down on the inside, a row number 2. It is the 32, the Pacer Signs and Designs WB Crave Designs ride. That is Pacer Popham. To his outside in the 3D Racing House of Speed 77, that is Warren Samoy. In the 37 of Joey Price, bringing up the rear of the field in the mellow yellow number 37 machine, as Vernon Hill quickly onto the loud pedal here, looking to get that JR1 machine out in front and running away here with heat race number 3, as Pacer Popham in tow here. He's going to jump up into position number 2 as Luke Zampage trying to roll that outside lane. Unfortunately, going to slide back a spot here, and he may be at risk of losing another one, as Joey Price now working to his inside. Price looking to move forward here quickly in heat race number 3, as he's looking to jump up and clear this 33, just barely gonna clear him there across the line. You see the 77 rider Warren Samoy unfortunately having to get onto the binders there to avoid contact with Luke Zampage, able to get that car checked up. Unfortunately gonna lose some momentum, and he's hanging out back there at the rear of the field, just trying to keep this 3D Racing Norwood Sim Sports West Side Signs and Designs House of Speed ride out of trouble there on the racetrack, as Vernon Hill out in front, continuing to lead the way here. Hill leads the way in heat race number 3, starting to stretch out a bit of a lead here between himself and Pacer Popham, as Pacer looking to have himself a great evening here at the racetrack in the Bite Motorsports 32 ride, as he's holding on to position number 2. He's got the 37, the mellow yellow number 37 rider Joey Price right there behind him. Zampage and Samoy looking to duke it out back here for that 4th position on the racetrack, as Samoy continues to get towards his back bumper, almost right there to the inside of that left rear quarter panel. Unfortunately, having to get onto the binders, trying to figure out a different way to attack and try to figure out a way to get around this 33, as he keeps getting there. Just unfortunately can't carry the momentum to be able to get around him there, and having to get on the binders and losing that extra bit of speed, and that's definitely hurting that 77 ride. As Vernon Hill out in front, continuing to lead the way here, the JR1 5.6 Graphics ride out in front, sees his lead starting to evaporate just ever so slightly, as Pacer Popham actually starting to run him down here. The 32 ride has closed the gap here a couple tenths of a second, and he's trying to catch up to this JR1 machine, as that Vernon Hill ride looking good, but the white flag has been displayed. So one more time, down through quarter number 3, nice and easy out at quarter number 4. It's Vernon Hill who's gonna pick up heat race win number 3 on the evening. Pacer Popham there in second. Joey Price, Luke Zampage, and Warren Samoy gonna round out the field there in heat race number 3. Give it up for all these drivers. Some great racing action, some great heat races there by each and every one of them out there on the racetrack, keeping their cars pointed in the right direction, not causing too much trouble out there on the racetrack, and everyone doing a great job, as we'll see them jump out onto the racetrack here for a quick warm-up session. We'll see these drivers roll out there onto the racetrack. They'll look to get the battle, get to work here, and see if they can figure out what they need and what their cars need to have themselves a wonderful evening at the racetrack. Yo, Max Bus Boom coming in, showing the love. What's good, Max? Max coming in with that heart reaction. How are you, brother? Max coming in, showing the love, as, man, some real-life racing going on this evening as well. I mean, you know, the winter vacation here for a lot of the leagues, a lot of the racetracks slowly but surely coming to a close. Drivers starting to get their cars ready and headed to the racetrack. I've seen a lot of guys, starting to head to different tracks for practice, trying to get some, some fun days in there, trying to figure out their cars, shake them down, make sure everything's working good. But, we see, some racing action going on at Port Royal, which is kind of crazy. Port Royal's already running there. They're only like Pennsylvania. They're not too much, north than what I am. They're a state below us, but it's still pretty cool to see some awesome racing action. I do believe a big race there at Talladega dirt track as well. So good racing there. I'm sure some crazy action, and obviously, talking about the late models and everything else. I mean, oh man, it's a big contact right there. Oh, hang on to it, PJ. Oh, he saves it. Good save right there for PJ Popham. The Pacer signs and designs number 2 ride is some big news there with some suspensions, some drivers getting, tire tested and failing some tire tests. And, you see Hudson O'Neal leaving Rocket. You see, a lot of big names having some, big controversy come up in the last week. It's been kind of crazy to see everything that's happened and what's been going on in the world of outlaws and in the dirt scene here over the last week and a bit. It's kind of mixed things up, kind of shook things up here for a lot of those big series. Yo, Aspen Russell. Aspen coming in with the heart reaction as well. How are you, Aspen? Aspen coming in, showing the love here with that heart reaction on the broadcast. How you doing this evening? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day at the racetrack here on the virtual racetrack. As we race every night, there's no off season for us. We race every night. No off season. No off seasons for us. Everyone looking to have a good run, everyone looking to have a good race. I do believe this 2-rider, PJ Popham, pretty much has this championship locked up for the dirt late models, and I'm pretty sure he's got the championship locked up as well for the 305 sprint cars that'll come up next. So I do believe championship pretty much already figured out here for this 2-ride, and a possibility of a couple of championships. As take a look here, pro late models, PJ Popham. Okay, only 6 points. So tighter than I was expecting here. 6 points the difference between PJ Popham and Warren Samoy here. They got a bit of a gap back to Patrick Lanier in 3rd. Joseph Brooks quite a ways back there. I don't think Brooks can have the opportunity to catch him, but Brooks can try to hang on to that 4th spot. He's only got a couple points advantage between himself and Casey Duran for that 4 points in the point standings here with these pro late models. But PJ Popham only a 6-point advantage here over Warren Samoy, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, where the 2-ride will be on the racetrack, where Warren Samoy will be out there as well, and where they end up here once the dust settles this evening, and we'll see which one of these drivers will pick up the championship here in the pro late model division of the Montana iRacing League. That's going to make things very interesting, going to make things very fun out there, as Casey, my boy, says there could be a big mix-up in the top 5 in points, though, in this race. Top 5 are only 56-point difference, 60 points to win. Top 5, yeah, but I mean, like, it's going to be tough. I mean, what do you get to start? You had 16, 17 drivers to start. It's going to be tough for a lot of the drivers that are deeper in that path. Unfortunately for yourself and Joseph Brooks, it's going to be tough to make up, 50 points on the evening. It's going to be very, very tough to do that. Even for Patrick Lanier to make up 20 points is a very tough thing to do. That's 10 positions on the racetrack that he's going to have to give up to PJ Popham. But if PJ has a bad night, gets taken out early or something, has some issues, it could become an ideal thing for Warren Samoy to obviously be able to leapfrog him, or Patrick Lanier in the same tone to be able to jump up there as well. But it's gonna be between probably PJ, Warren, or Patrick here for the championship here in these pro late models. And then the 305s, yeah, I think he's just got to basically start that race. Big advantage there on that one. What is that, 52, 68 points for PJ Popham. Yeah, he's basically just got to start that race and win the championship for the 305s. Unbeatable in those things. He's been very, very fast. We hope they don't finish. Yeah, I mean, who's got the cable cutters that's heading over to PJ Warren's house to cut their internet out or something? You know, there's got to be someone over there getting ready to snip. Yo, Ricky, Rooster Boy, what's good, Ricky? My boy Rick coming in, showing the love. How are you, Ricky? How you doing, my boy? Cody Horton coming in as well. Cody coming in with that heart reaction. What's good, Mr. Horton? How are you this evening? Cody coming in, smashing that heart reaction. How are you, my dude? PJ has the 305s in the bank. Yeah, no one can catch him in the 305s. No one can catch him in the 305s. But this race, lots on the line here. Some drivers can come up, they can go down, they can have, good races, bad races, could open up the door here as you see two of our championship contenders right there. The 2-ride and the 77, Warren Samoy and PJ Popham, only 6 points. That's 3 positions between these two drivers, and it could get very, very tight there for that points championship in a quick hurry. That's going to be very interesting to see how these drivers are going to be able to handle it, how these drivers are going to be able to maneuver around the racetrack and trying to make sure that they keep themselves out of trouble and keep their cars pointing in the right direction and have themselves a good night. And I do believe PJ already with a second place finish in the first heat race. He's going to be starting up towards the front of the field. Warren, unfortunately, did not have the best heat race in that 77 ride. He's going to be starting a lot deeper in this feature event than what PJ is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to say the least on what these drivers can do out there on the racetrack. Patrick Lanier didn't have a great heat race either, so he'll be starting deeper in the field, and anything can happen. Try to work yourself up through traffic, try to work yourself to the front of the field. We've seen abundance of caution play. We've seen drivers have catastrophic failures in races here throughout the year, so anything is possible on the evening as we'll get ready to rock and roll. Our A-main feature event going to get underway here in just a few more moments. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to get a quick drink. We're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming. Crank it up, so crank up that volume. Cheer on your favorite driver and get ready for this A-main feature event in just a few more moments. Let's get going. Somebody wreck somebody. Somebody wreck somebody out there, he says. Get it out of the way now, fellas. Get it out of the way now, ladies and gentlemen. Get the wrecks out of the way so we don't see them in the feature event. Amanda coming in with the like on the stream. How are you, Amanda? Amanda coming in, mashing that thumbs up as well as we get ready to set these drivers loose. This warm-up session coming to a close here in a quick hurry. We're going to get ready for our main feature event here. Pro Late Models live from Lanier. The season finale. The Montana iRacing League about to get underway. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show, well, here you go. Our main feature event about to get underway as these drivers get loaded into the sim, and each and every one of them looking for a win here this evening from the beautiful Lanier National Speedway as we get ready to set these drivers loose. Starting on the pole in the Tri-City Speed Machine, it's the 54 ride of Joseph Brooks. Is outside in the 307, that is Merlin Sorensen. And down on the inside of row number 2, the JR1 Motorsports 5.6 graphics ride, that is Vernon Hill in position number 3. To his outside in the number 2 ride, it's the PR machine, it's the PJ Pop Bam Racing Pacer Signs and Designs Majula A Speed Shop 2 ride. That is PJ Popham. One of our championship hopefuls came into this evening with a 6-point lead here in the championship. Jeremy Sorensen back there in position number 5 has Pacer Popham to his outside. Casey Durand and Maurice Meyer bring up row number 4 with Joey Price and Cody Blix in the 28 RD rounding out our top 10. Then we see Chris Hill on the 5H, the Cocky Floyd Consulting Dirty South Speed Shop ride there in 11th with Luke Zampich in the 33Z to his outside. Patches Be Fast in the BBI Auto Works Repair and more. Here, Grapper's Garage, number 86, ride up Patrick Lanier to his outside there in the 14th position. Warren Samoy, our second place driver in the championship, back 6 points behind. PJ Popham starts there in the 15th position as Zane Lemire to his outside and Caden back, bringing up the rear of the field as we end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are Green Flag Racing here from Lanier. Quickly, all of these drivers trying to work themselves around the racetrack. A lot of beating and banging, battling drivers trying to work themselves 2, 3 wide around the racetrack, trying to get to the front of the field here as quickly as possible as the 2 ride. PJ Popham working underneath that 307 of Merlin Swords. So you see a couple drivers. Oh man, Casey Durant turned around there on the bottom side of corner number 2, and that will bring our first caution flag out on the evening. We haven't seen the caution flag fly yet. What's going on here with Casey Durant? How do we not get a caution flag? Oh no. There we go. We'll see a look right here as works down to the inside here. The little contact with that 32 ride gets tied into that inside wall and unfortunately just drags that car around. A tough break right there for the 43C, and then we figure there'd be a caution flag, and unfortunately we get that luck. So as he goes around here, you can see that car just unfortunately getting kind of glitched into that inside wall. A tough break right there for Casey. You imagine that we'd see the caution flag fly. We haven't seen anything yet. Nothing yet. Then all of a sudden, here comes our race leaders. The field going around them. Everyone trying to dip, dive, and dodge out of the way to avoid the 43 ride there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Luckily enough, we do see the caution flag fly after that, but that could have been a whole lot worse there. As we'll get them stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Alrighty, as we get ready here, the green flag back out into the air. Joseph Brooks back onto the lap pedal. The 54 ride out in front as PJ Popham looking to make the move around Vernon Hill. Gets tied up there, gets a little crossed over with that 307 of Merlin Sorensen. We did see Patches Be Fast up into the outside wall here in corner number 3 and 4. He's going to take his car off the racetrack, so quickly getting that car off the track. No caution flag there as Flyers took the L tonight. I know, Aspen, I know. I was just listening to it, and unfortunately, we do see another caution flag here as it looks like the 29 ride, the number 32, all getting tied together there. Possibly the 1H of Vernon Hill in there as well, as we will take a look at it and see what happened as a couple drivers getting tied up right here on the bottom side of the racetrack again, and there's no official iRacing caution right out of the get-go there, so it looks like a couple of drivers just going to get tied together. A little contact from Maurice Meyer into the back bumper of the 29 of Jeremy Sorensen. Sorensen trying to get pointed back in the right direction. PJ Popham, or Pacer Popham, and the 86 ride just trying to roll the inside lane, trying to get underneath the 29 ride and pick up a few spots. Unfortunately, they'll get tied together, piled up there on the bottom side of corner number 2, and that will bring the caution flag back out right there as another quick one down the bottom side of the racetrack there, and everyone trying to get as much as they can here on these restarts. And unfortunately, things going awry there for a pair of these drivers, or a few of these drivers, as they just get tied together. Things just happen so quickly here at Lanier, and just down the bottom side, everyone trying to get everything they can, and that's a tough break there. Good run going for that 29 ride, a good run going for the 32 as well for Pacer Popham, and just nowhere to go for the 86 as he's trying to work himself back up through the field. Yeah, tough loss there for the Flyers. I mean, you can't expect to win games letting 6 goals in. I don't know what's happened to our defense or what's happened to our goaltending the last few games, but hopefully Torrance gets them all pointed in the right direction. Hopefully Torrance gets them figured out. Obviously, losing him off the bench for a few games is never a good sign, never a good thing. I mean, just kind of changes things up, changes the locker room, the mentality of the players, and hopefully they can get things figured out in a quick hurry and mount a charge here and keep ourselves in that playoff contention here throughout the rest of the season. I mean, I'd like to see some playoff hockey. I don't expect much out of my Flyers, but I do expect them to, hopefully at least make the playoffs, give our young players some, a little bit of experience, a little bit of a feel of what we get here with the playoffs as we see some great racing here, a race for the lead as the caution flag does come back out, so the battle is not for anything there as to right of PJ Popham taking a look to the outside of the 54 ride. Unfortunately, that caution flag is going to fly as not sure there was some contact deeper in the field here and a couple drivers getting tied together. You see Zane Lanier up into the outside fence right there. That's already the caution flag out at that point, so I think it might have been Patches Be Fast having some issues here in the 85 machine as Patches down on the bottom of the racetrack trying to get his car back to rolling here, trying to get it back figured out. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to get stopped on the racetrack right here on the back straightaway, and that's unfortunately probably what's going to bring that caution flag out, especially with our race leaders coming up right on him there. Him getting stopped on the racetrack will bring that caution flag out. So we'll get them ready to rock and roll. We'll get ready to go back to battle. And you take a look here at that 2 ride in position number 2. Still looking good, still looking strong out there on the racetrack. And he's currently looking to try to pick up this championship. All he knows he has to do is try to just keep himself out of trouble, keep this car up towards the front of the field, and keep that 77 ride of Warren Samoy back there behind him. Samoy up 6 positions on the racetrack from 15th to 9th here, working himself up through the field, but unfortunately still behind that 2 ride of PJ Popham. He needs to pick up a few positions better than PJ. PJ just knows he's got to basically finish up inside the top 3 here to be able to pick up this championship this evening. As PJ taking another look down low as we are back to green flag racing. The 54 ride of Joseph Brooks trying to hold him off the Tri-City Speed Machine. The 54 ride out in front, continuing to lead the way, but PJ Popham going to work here, trying to figure out a way to get around that 54 ride. You see Maurice Meyer up 5 spots on the racetrack in the 57 ride. In position number 3 with Merlin Sorensen there in 4th, and Cody Blix working himself up 5 spots on the racetrack from 10th to 5th now for the 28 RT, looking to have himself another good run here this evening as that 28 ride finds himself up inside the top 5. Vernon Hill in the JR11H machine there in position number 6 with Luke Zampich. Warren Samoy now up into 8th with Chris Hill and Joey Price rounding out our top 10. Patrick Lemire back there in 11th with Casey Duran, Pacer Popham, Jeremy Sorensen rounding out our top 14. Caden back there in the 15th position. Zane Lemire and Patches Be Fast bringing up the rear of the field. As out in front, Joseph Brooks continuing to lead the way as my boy Kevin Timmy. Kev coming in, showing the love. How are you, Mr. Timmy? Bubba coming in, showing the big love here. Coming in, smashing that thumbs up on the broadcast. How are you, my boy? Coming in, showing the love here in this one. And Bubba, my boy, coming in with the resubscription over there on Twitch as well for 6 months in a row now. 9 total months of being a subscriber here on PeaceMaker Gaming over there on the Twitch channel. I appreciate you, my boy, and welcome you back in. Absolutely insane, brother. 6 months in a row of showing the love and support here. I appreciate you, my boy, coming in with your generosity and coming in with some let's get some dirt, baby. Let's get some dirt, he says. Yes, Bubba. Yes, sir. You know it. You know it, my boy. Man, some great racing action here. These guys putting on some great battles lap after lap after lap here. As you see the 2 ride out in front now, as you see a bit of a pile up here on the bottom side of quarter number 2. That will bring the caution flag back out. There's some craziness there out of quarter number 2. We will take a look back and see what happened here as, man, few caution flags, a bunch of tore up race cars. Unfortunately, looks like Luke Zampich going to get tied up in this one. This starts in quarter number 2. How does this start in quarter number 2? And you look right there in the middle of it. The 77 ride. Warren Samoy, one of our championship hopefuls here on the evening. It's unfortunately right in the middle of it. Him and Chris Hill get tied together. Hill up the racetrack into the side of the 33 ride. And you see the 37, the 33 coming together now as they're bouncing off each other. The 32 right up. Pacer Popham in there, and oh man, just everyone trying to just get out of the way and trying to avoid contact there, and obviously some heavy damage there for Luke Zampich as that 33 ride gets a ton of damage getting up into that outside wall. And I think that's just what hurts him here as he gets, see that 5H ride just kind of slides up. 77 right there is their 3 wide off quarter number 2. They get crossed over. 5H of Chris Hill goes up over the nose of the 33. Then you see the 37 and the 86 getting a little bent out of shape there, trying to avoid the 77 of Warren Samoy. And then the 33 is going to send it into quarter number 3 here, hoping that not too much damage on his run. And I do leave that right front already toward the shreds. The car just will not turn. He's got the wheel cranked to the left, and the car just going straight here as there is heavy damage on that 33 ride. As he drives in, drives the 37 of Joey Price up into the outside fence. They bounce off each other. Nowhere to go for Pacer Popham as he gets in there. He goes around right in front of the 29 ride of Jeremy Sorensen. Beat and bang and battle there, and a ton of damage for that 33 ride, ton of damage for the 37 as well, and a bunch of damage there on the 29 machine as well, as a bunch of drivers just getting tore up right there. As we're going to go back to green flag racing here in a quick hurry as the green flag back out into the air. PJ Popham with a big restart here as he's opened up a quick lead between himself and Joseph Brooks, as Brooks back there in position number 2. Maurice Meyer there in third with Merlin Sorensen. Cody Blix rounding out our top 5. Verdant Hill there in that 6th position. Warren Samoy trying to hold on to 7th here as Chris Hill. Patrick Lanier, Pacer Popham rounding out our top 10. Casey Duran there in 11th. Joey Price there in 12th. Caden back in that 13th position with Zane Lanier. Luke Zampich, Jeremy Sorensen, and Patches Be Fast bringing up the rear of the field here. As PJ Popham, the Majula Say Speed Shop, Pacer Signs and Designs, PPR, the Pacer Popham Racing number 2 ride. Going to click off another lap as PJ out in front here. PJ continuing to do a great job, continuing to keep these drivers at bay behind him as he was able to jump up and take this race lead away from the Tri-City Speed number 54 ride. As we do see another caution flag going to fly as the 37 ride of Joey Price parked up there on the high side of quarter number 2 here, or number 4 actually, up into the track entry point there in quarter number 4 as things get a little tied up in front of him. Sends it in down low, goes up and over the nose of Casey Duran there, and they just stay tied together and up into that outside fence. And unfortunately that's going to bring the caution flag out with him up on the high side of the racetrack, pointing in the wrong direction. So we will get him stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing as the 2 ride of PJ Popham continuing to lead the way here in this one as the laps continue to get clicked down in a quick hurry here. We're just under halfway left to go in this feature event. 16 more laps left to go here to crown our champion here in this one. Can we get a 1-2 finish with teammates? It's looking possible. I mean, these two have been the class of the field here all evening long. Both of them have been very fast, very talented drivers out there, and both looking to have a good run, just hoping to try to keep it clean, keep it nice and simple out there on the racetrack for 2 hungry teammates looking to pick up a win. Obviously, the 54 ride looking to try to see if he can move up farther in the points championship, but obviously knowing that PJ trying to pick up the championship here, knowing the 2 ride needs to have a good run, probably going to run them pretty clean and give him some pretty good respect out there on the racetrack. If this was just the another weekend and nothing really on the line, I think they would probably beat and bang and battle and get up and do some elbows up driving. But I think the 54 ride knows that there's a lot on the line here for that 2 machine, as we do see the caution flag coming back out as Patrick Lanier in the 86 having some issues here, and the yellow flag will be displayed again as Patrick down low on the bottom side. A lot of drivers beating and banging there as Cody Blake trying to work himself up through the field. It looks like the 86 just going to travel off the racetrack. Unfortunately goes over the nose there of Warren Samoy. Nothing Samoy could do here as the 86 ride just keeps washing up the racetrack, trying to jump up to the outside lane. 77 ride already there. They get tied together, and obviously Warren nowhere to go. Helps turn the gear grabbers. Garage Auto Works repair and more. 86 ride up into the outside fence. Heavy damage there on him, and then right into that driver's side door. You see Luke Zampich slide in there and power into that 86 ride. Going to get him up into the outside wall again, and even more damage there for Luke Zampich and Patrick Lanier. Definitely not the run that Lanier was hoping for this evening, as we get them stacked back up, racked back up, and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here from Lanier, as these guys have been putting on some great racing action for us, man. This has been a crazy race. We've seen an abundance of caution flags, but we've been able to get through them in a pretty quick hurry here. Able to keep these drivers, under speed, keep them kind of rolling, keep things going here, and not having to wait too long for green flags to pop back out here at Lanier. As the lights are back off, the official iRacing pace truck, he's going to head back down pit side. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing as the green flag back out into the air here for PJ Popham. Popham back onto the lap pedals. Joseph Brooks trying to hold off Maurice Meyer as Meyer down to the inside, trying to find a hole down low underneath that 54 ride as Cody Blix back there in position number 4 and looking for more. Merlin Sorensen in that 5th position here as the 1H of Vernon Hill there in 6th. Warren Samoy in that 7th position in the 3D Racing number 77 ride. Chris Hill right there behind him in the 8th position. The Bike Motorsports Pacer Signs and Designs 32 ride there in the 9th spot with Casey Durand rounding out our top 10. The 185 with Zane Lemire there in 11 with Caden back there in 12. Patrick Lemire down a couple laps here. A lap in that 86 ride in the 13th position with Joey Price. Luke Zampich, Jeremy Sorensen in patches B fast, bringing up the rear of the field as these two continue to battle nose to tail. Little contact and a little damage on the right front of that 54 ride as he's looking down low underneath of PJ Popham. Brooks says, you know what, you may be able to pick up the championship, but I want to try to work myself up inside the top 3. He came in quite a few points behind the number 86 ride of Patrick Lemire for that 3rd spot in the points championship, but Patrick Lemire not having a great run here this evening. The 86 ride unfortunately finds himself back down pit side again, a few laps down now, and back in the 15th position as the caution flag is going to fly, as it looks like Warren Samoy, our other championship hopeful here this evening, finally getting turned around, finally having some issues here as we saw him get tied up and crossed up with a few drivers here this evening, and it looks like Chris Hill down low on him, trying to jump up and around him, gets up into him, gets him up into the outside fence, and heavy hit right there into the track exit there for the 77 ride. Heavy right front damage here, and unfortunately for Warren Samoy, he's going to have to head down pit side, try to get that House of Speed 3D Racing Westside Signs and Designs Sim Wrap Market 77 ride worked on, and trying to get that thing fixed back up here is a tough break right there. We'll jump right on to the helmet cam here with Warren Samoy as he battles with that 5H of Chris Hill down to his inside contact right here, and then just up into the outside fence, and then all of a sudden, bam, right into the track exit there, and heavy damage for that 77, but hopefully we'll see him roll back out onto the racetrack. There he is at the rear of the field, currently in the 12th position, and definitely not where he wanted to be as his counterpart. He was trying to gain 6 points on PJ Popham to be able to try to jump up and take this championship away from the 2 ride. Unfortunately, the 2 out in front. Warren back there in position number 12. Yo, Carol Brooks. Carol coming in, setting it off again with the 250-star dono, coming in with the big love. I appreciate you, Carol, coming in with another 250-star dono. Absolutely insane. Is PJ Popham out in front. PJ leading the way here in this one. A damaged up 54 ride of Joseph Brooks back there in position number 2. And Cody Blix, 28 RT machine, up into position number 3. He's found himself away around 7 different drivers. Started back in the 10th position, finds himself now in position number 3 as the 28 RTs worked himself now into a podium position. Sees 2 hungry drivers duking it out there in front of them, even though they're teammates. The 2 ride in the 54 duking it out here for that top spot. And if something happens between them, the 28 RT may be the driver to pounce up there and make the move to get around both those cars and put himself up into victory lane. As Maurice Meyer there in position number 4 and looking for more. Chris Hill now up inside the top 5 in that Dirty South Speed Shop 5H ride. Vernon Hill right there behind him is the 5-6 Graphics. JR1 Motorsports 1H right there in 6th. Pacer Popham there in that 7th spot with Casey Durand, Warren Samoy, Zane Lanier rounding out our top 10. Caden Back, Merlin Sorensen, Joey Price, Luke Zampich, Patrick Lemieux, Jeremy Sorensen, and Patches Be Fast bringing up the rear of the field as there you go, door to door for the top spot. Joseph Brooks down to the inside. The 2 ride of PJ Popham up on the high side. White flag is going to be displayed one more time around here for these two as teammates duking it out for the win at Lanier. PJ Popham up on the high side looking for a good run down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. They're going to drag race back to the line, and it's PJ Popham picking up the checkered flag in a very close battle here between Bite Motorsports teammates as PJ Popham is able to edge out in front and by 0.06 of a second picks up that win over Joseph Brooks. Cody Blix coming home there in position number 3 as the 28 RT machine will park himself up here in a podium position. Maurice Meyer there in 4th, and Chris Hill rounding out our top 5. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for a miraculous finish. A great race and a great battle here all evening long between PJ Popham and Joseph Brooks. But give it up here for the 2 ride as well as PJ Popham, not only our race winner here this evening in these dirt late models, but he's also going to come home with an extra $25 payday brought to you by a anonymous source. Just says come in with the 25 dono to the race winner in the hashtag do it for Dale. Do it for Dale, baby. Coming in with the $25 payday here for PJ Popham, picking up the win and picking up the championship here. Picking up that win locks him in as the champion of the Dirt Pro Late Model Division of the Montana iRacing League 2024 series here. So PJ Popham, winner all around here this evening, as I'm sure Joseph Brooks wanted to jump up there and take that win away from him. I'm sure he's going to be happy with his teammate coming home in that top spot, earning himself that championship as well as we get ready to pull that 2 machine up here into the broadcast booth. 1-2 teammates finish. Awesome race. Awesome race right there for the Bike Motorsports crew. And, Pacer was having a good run there as well, up inside the top 10. A good drive there for the 32 machine, one of their teammates. Says, my boy, Joseph Barry. Joseph coming in, showing the love as well. How are you, Joe? Joe coming in, showing the love. Some matching that thumbs up here on the broadcast as we're going to get ready to pull our race winner into the broadcast booth here for his post-race interview. Hey, PJ, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker broadcasting booth. They get a copy?
I got you.
PJ, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Take us back through this one. First off, a great battle there between you and your teammate, Joseph Brooks, right down to the very bitter end as you guys duke it out door to door here on those final closing laps. You're able to just barely edge in front of them there to head across that start-finish line to take the win away from them, but not only, picking up the win, earning yourself that extra $25, but also making sure that you lock yourself in as the champion here for the dirt late model portion of the Montana iRacing series here in 2024, man. Take us back through that race, through those closing laps, and what does it mean to be up here in victory lane after a great finish and picking up that championship?
It's awesome, man. That was fun racing with Joe. We were a little bit quicker than him at the start, and then I don't know if we used our stuff up or if his car, just started working better, if ours started going away. But that was a heck of a finish. It was pretty fun to run up there with him. So that's probably the best part of the night, and bringing home the championships is pretty cool too. So pretty good night so far.
Absolutely a pretty good night so far out of that 2 ride. And then we head to the 305 sprint cars. He already got that championship locked in. So not only the champion here tonight in this one, but we saw you pick up that championship as well yesterday. And also, 2 championships here today, being 3 out of 4. Ain't too shabby here on the season.
No, that's a pretty good season. We were Probably within shot in the mods coming to Eldora, and we had some computer issues, and then we started 19th there and drove up to second, and then had some VR issues that we didn't get to finish the race, and I think that kind of put the dampener on the rest of the season, or we might have had a shot at maybe 4 out of 4, but 3 out of 4 is a heck of a thing. That's pretty cool with all the competition we got and stuff. So we'll we'll take it and come back next year and hopefully get a little bit better in the UMPs maybe.
Absolutely, definitely going to be exciting to see, and exciting to see not only yourself but all these drivers continue to grow throughout the off season and throughout real life racing, and continue to just figure more things out, figure to find more speed and bring that competition up to another higher standard, another higher level, and so you guys continue to battle and grow week after week after week here for the next season. But man, a great run here tonight in this one, a great races. You're able to battle, duke it out there at the front of the field. You and Joe just kind of in a different league here on your own this evening, as you guys were able to jump out to a couple good leads, but really just hang right there together, nose to tail, lap after lap after lap, and some good side-by-side battling, and obviously that crazy finish down across the line. Did you think you had them there, or did you have to wait until afterwards to check that scoreboard to see whether or not you were out in front or back in that second position here this evening?
No, I knew we had him coming to the line, coming out of the corner. He last lap there, he kind of drove too far into one and got up into us, and it really slowed his momentum down. And if he wouldn't have done that, he probably would have got us. But as soon as he did that, I knew we had a shot. So I did kind of pinch him down going into three to woe him up as much as I could, and we got a good drive off the corner. So
absolutely, a very good drive and a very good run here for the two ride in this one. You got one more opportunity to pick up, obviously, the championship. They already got locked in there for the 305s, but another opportunity to pick up another checkered flag here in the Montana iRacing League later on this evening. PJ, who would you like to thank, though, for such a great run and great finish here in this one?
yeah, to thank all my teammates. Tommy Bush was here helping us out tonight. Joe. He probably could have drove a little bit harder if it was somebody else, but he raced me clean. It was a lot of fun to race him, and then I got to thank my dad. He's getting better every week in this stuff. With it being his, I think, first full year. In iRacing, so he's come a long ways. And then all my sponsors, Pacer Sign and Design, Upfront Bodies, DM Racing, and Allegiance Salon, Realtor Dusty Popham, Matajulis Shea Speed Shop, everybody that helps out with this. John Darby gave us a sweet scheme for championship night, and thank you for doing the broadcast, and then thank Warren for putting on the show.
Absolutely, brother. A great run and a great drive here in this one. Congratulations on the win and the championship here in these Dirt Pro Late Model Series. And, man, we can't wait to see you back out there on the racetrack here in just a few more moments with those 305 sprint cars and possibly another trip up here into Victory Lane.
I hope so.
Beauty PJ, congratulations again, and have fun and some good luck out there in the next one.
Yep, hopefully we get to talk to you one more time.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for PJ Popham as he picks up the championship and the win here this evening in the Dirt Pro Late Model Series here with the Montana iRacing League. A great run and a great drive there for that two machine as he parks it up in Victory Lane as we'll get ready to pull in his teammate, our second place finisher, Joseph Brooks. As Brooks comes home in position number 2, we'll pull him up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Joe, it's Aaron up here in the PeaceMaker Broadcasting booth. Taking a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Joe, man, what a run, what a race. Good battle here, lap after lap after lap between yourself and PJ Popham as you guys, teammates, but battling out there lap after lap, and it comes right down to the very end as you get a couple good runs on. You get to the inside, you're trying to take that lead away late in the race, and unfortunately you just find something there in that middle groove, pinches you down a little bit in 3 and 4, and is able to beat you down across the line here by, a foot or two, and, coming up so close to, another win and a $25 payday from, brought to you by, Do It For Dale, and, so close, but such a great run all evening long, and put yourself in position as well to maybe leapfrog a couple drivers here for that championship battle here. As you were a few points behind Patrick Lanier, but Lanier having a very bad night here back in the 15th position may have opened the door here for you to jump up inside the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very thankful that it was PJ that I was battling with. Being that not only he's a teammate, but I know how he drives. I knew it was going to be a good, clean race there. And I do want to apologize. I drove it in a little hard going into one and on that last lap, and we touched. I'm thankful that it upset my car more than it did his, and I'm thankful that he did end up getting the win. But yeah, hopefully, it sucks for Patrick that, he finished so far back, but hopefully that popped me up in points. It's just a great thing to be able to run up front and come so close to that win.
Absolutely so close. Only inches off of picking up the win here on championship night, but you're going to have one more opportunity for it here in the 305 sprint cars. Obviously, PJ going to be another tough cookie to beat in that one, but you always seem to find some good speed and some good runs there in those 305s as well. We look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack, duking it out here at Lanier. But Joe, who would you like to thank for just such a great run and strong performance here all evening long?
Yeah, I just want to thank Bite Motorsports, the teammates, PJ, Pacer, Tommy for helping me out tonight, even though that he didn't have a car. BBI, the Bush Barn, Six Tile Construction, Missouri River Barbershop, Helena Engines and Performance, AC Free Range CPA, Anthony Casase out of Helena, all my family and friends, Tri-City Speed, just everyone that makes this possible. You for putting on the broadcast, just Warren for putting everything together and making this happen week in and week out. All the drivers for being able to come out each week and give us a good run for our money each week. Just everyone that, like I said, everyone that makes this happen.
Absolutely. Well, Joe, a great run and a great drive here to finish off the season in these pro late models. Congratulations on the second place run here this evening, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth before the end of the night, and maybe one spot better up here in Victory Lane.
Absolutely. As we all know, I don't like the 305s, but I do fairly decent in them, so we're going to hope for the best and try and give PJ a run for his money in those.
Absolutely. We look forward to it, Joe. Congratulations again, and hopefully, a good, fun run out there on the racetrack nonetheless here in the next race.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our second place finisher, the 54 ride of Joseph Brooks. As Brooks coming home here in position number 2. A great run and a great drive there for that 54 ride. Coming home in position number 3, it's the 28 RT. It's Cody Blix coming home here in that third position. A great run and a great drive there from Cody Blinks as he's able to get that 28 RT right up into position number 3. Unfortunately, I don't see Blix up inside the Discord here, so I can't pull Cody in for post-race interviews. I don't see him on either, so I don't know if I can get Cody in here for a post-race interview or not. If he was in there, he could jump up into the Discord right now, but unfortunately, doesn't look like we're going to have him. Discord not working. Cody, weird for Cody not having the Discord working. No, I'm just kidding. A great run nonetheless there for Cody Blix. Blix with a great run, being able to drive up 7 spots on the racetrack, actually picking up the hard charger here this evening, able to pick up 7 spots on the racetrack, able to go from 10th to 3rd here and park the 28 RT machine up inside the top 3 to finish off the season here in these pro late models at Lanier. A great run and a great drive for for Cody Blix as he's able to finish off this race in good fashion there. He was right there within striking distance of our race leaders, but unfortunately just didn't quite have enough there late in this race for PJ Popham and Joseph Brooks as they duked it out. He was right there in tow, trying to hunt them down, hoping that maybe there was some more fireworks between those two and an ability for him to jump up and beat them both. Unfortunately, nothing opened up there for him and comes home in a solid third place finish. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to do it here for us in this one. We're going to be back live here in probably about 15-20 minutes from now for our second race of the evening, as we'll see these drivers back in action as the 305 sprint cars coming up next. The sprint cars absolutely wild, absolutely a ton of fun to watch. These guys slinging dirt like crazy, 3-4 wide out there on the racetrack. Lanier is one of those tracks that we're going to see a lot of door-to-door and, you know, tire-to-tire action in those 305 sprint cars. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see these guys really duke it out in that one. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all for tuning in, and I will catch you guys back here in the next one as we'll be back live here in just a little bit. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button, and make sure you turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on PeaceMaker Gaming. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you guys back here in the next one in just a few short moments.